Shalom, YouTube, family and friends, brothers and sisters. I love to talk to you about something really important. The word is very important, that we know, and everything that is written in it. But as you know, brothers and sisters have their own different experiences with Yah in certain aspects of their lives. And there are still revelations and things happening in people's lives so that they can help others. And also, sometimes some things are revealed in someone's life, and that can cause you to go through some sort of a season, and hopefully it betters you in life. Now, interesting enough, I've been through quite a few stages in my life, and I've come to another stage again. It's like you get these plateaus where Yah takes you. It's like, the word says He takes you to green pastures. Now, the interesting thing about green pastures is if you do go and have a look at how those green pastures was. I mean, if you physically would have gone there where David walked with the sheep, those mountains they're not like Ireland green, lush mountains, or, like what we as Europeans, or we in South Africa, or maybe in America, not all mountains in America is green and lush. Some mountains in America is just full of trees. I mean, you can't really take sheep to a mountain filled with trees and snow during most of the year and things like that. That doesn't work. So what I'm trying to get at is these specific mountains where David took the sheep. The green pasture is scattered, so there's different areas on the mountain where there would be spots of greenery, and the sheep would graze there, sort of like the Karoo in South Africa. From far away you can see it's green, but when you come up close you can barely see the green. You just see a lot of rocks and sand, and it looks like desert. Now, what I'm trying to get at is that when we come into covenant with Yah, we would go through different areas where it feels like there's nothing happening. And then, if we keep on being obedient unto Him, He takes you to this new place. And there, in that area, you will find greenery, and you can have that meat. So, I'd love to read us out of Matthew 5. And seeing the multitudes, He went up into a mountain. And when He was set, His disciples came unto Him, and He opened His mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Elohim. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Elohim. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. So let your light shine so before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So it's never about us, my brethren, my brothers and sisters. It's not about us. It's to glorify our Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come, this is our Messiah speaking, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Now listen carefully, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Maybe that's why I just said last, because least is the last in the kingdom of heaven. Now the kingdom of heaven stretches from hell to the seat where the Most High sits. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case, no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. Ye have heard that it was said to them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of judgment, and whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, You fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Now let's just pause here for a few seconds. So, our Messiah says, if you say to your brother, Raca, now that's to call him, Raca is like telling him he is worthless. He has no worth at all. So, some people combine the two and they call someone a worthless fool or a worthless idiot. Now, can you imagine? So, when you say to someone he's worthless, you are in danger of the council. Now, if you tell him he's worthless and a fool, you're in danger of the council and you're in danger of hellfire. So please, my brothers and sisters, all this contention and all this fighting amongst you, please stop. Stop trying to be smarter and better and more powerful and more filled with wisdom and whatever. You're trying to tell your brothers and sisters they are worthless. You're trying to tell your brothers and sisters that they are fools and idiots and dumb and stupid. But you can't see that when you say that, this applies to you. So please stop. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there remember that thy brother has aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way first. Be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. When Paul and Apostle Peter had things to say to each other, they sorted it out very quickly. Yes, Peter was in the wrong by sitting with the Gentiles, the other nations, and he was eating with them. He was sitting with them, all right? So he was doing things with them. And then as soon as the Yahudim, the Jews, came around, then he stood up and made quickly as if he was not with them and separated himself from them, because that was the custom of the Jews. The custom of the Jews was to not be involved at all with the other nations. It's that same thing that Paul is talking about in his letters. In Corinthians 2, it says, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion has light with darkness?" So this comes from, at that they were taught, right, from the beginning. Israel was taught not to mingle with the other nations. For this very reason, Yah didn't want them to mix with them, because they are ungodly, they are unbelievers, and they have unrighteousness. They follow after other gods. Yah didn't want Israel to mix with them, because mixing with them will cause Israel to fall into temptation of walking after these other gods. And that's exactly what happened, was that Israel mingled with these other nations, and then they got caught up with Ashtaroth poles and all these weird things. And that's the same problem that we are sitting with nowadays, with all these other gods that is around us, and these other all these weird religions and things, and we kind of mix ourselves into it. And that's what happened with Christmas and Easter and what is it called again? Halloween, that's the one. So it's, it is, if you don't even have to be Christian to see that it's pure evil, right? But anyway, so it's all got to do with witches and warlocks and, things with their heads cut off. So it's all got to do with the dead. And some countries have their own way of celebrating these dead times, right? The death and things like that. So, and it's unnecessary for us. We don't need to celebrate death. We need to celebrate life, because Yah is life. Yahusha gave us life. He gave his life for us so that we can enter into life everlasting. By our words, we will be justified, and by our words, we will be condemned. So we need to watch that, right? So therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there remember that thy brother had aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way first. Be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee up to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. This means that if you have anything against your brother and you didn't reconcile with him, there could be a chance that, if the time is up and you haven't reconciled, you'll be thrown into prison. This means that it is hell. It is hell. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto thee, unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her has committed adultery with her already in his heart. Now I believe that this is twofold. This means that if you do look upon a woman, you have committed adultery. All right. So just the physical part of it is like that. But now the spiritual part of it is, if you look upon any of the other gods, or any, like you look to think that maybe if you give this thing a little bit of a chance to come into your life, idolatry has happened. Now, adultery and idolatry is like hand in hand in Yah's eyes. So we are in a covenant with our Elohim, and if we commit adultery, that means we've looked at other gods, then we have committed adultery with our Most High. So, and if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. Now this also pertains to the body, as in the body of Messiah. Now, if you are in a group of people and there is one of you that decides that everybody has to be circumcised or whatever, he has some strange doctrine that he wants to force upon everybody else, and we say to him, please don't teach this, then it is best to get out of that situation. It's better to be a group of people that has no, that is not filled with all kinds of weird doctrines. It's best to stick to the word of Elohim. It's best to stick to what Messiah has taught us, because the Messiah came to set us free. He came to set the captives free, and therefore his word is the word that will set you on the right path, the true and straight shooting path. Be a straight shooter, not don't go to the left and don't go to the right. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off and cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. Now, it could also, I'm not going to presume, but it could even as far as, who is your right hand, right? If it be a person who in your life is your right hand. Now, I'm not going to say anything further than that. It's up to you to think about it. It has been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causes her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. Again, ye have heard that it has been said by them of old time, Thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto Yahweh thine oaths. So, what happened with Israel? I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication. So what did Israel do? Israel went and did fornication with other gods, because they wanted to have the temple and have Ashtaroth poles. They wanted to have the temple and do feasts unto their other gods. So they were double-minded in serving Yah. And you can't have a wife and a girlfriend on the side. It's not going to go well, right? That's fornication. Then your wife can put you away. Or if you're a man and your wife is sleeping around with other men, you can put her away, because that it's not good for a marriage like that. And yes, some people have worked through it, and if If it's possible, then fine. But it's not good, It's not good when it's like it's a really bad thing that entered into a marriage. If any one of the two that has been together decided to sleep around with another man or another woman, it causes a deep, deep, deep cut that can. It's like it can't be healed. But Yah is good, and He is able to fix things that we think it is impossible to fix. So let me not say that it is impossible. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is Elohim's throne, nor by the earth, for it is the footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay, for whosoever is more than these cometh of evil. Ye have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. So this is now coming out of Moses' law, right? Now, our Messiah is saying, no, I'm not agreeing with this, what is written in Moses' law. So anybody that says that we have to fulfill and we have to commit ourselves to the whole law, meaning the law of Yah and the law that Moses wrote down, then why would our Messiah then say no to something that was written by Moses, right? So Moses said, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But then the Messiah says, but I say unto you that ye resist not evil. But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. So if someone swears at you and say false things against you, then you don't say all false things back, to try and do it, get smitten on the one cheek and then you smite back. You don't do that. You bless your enemies. You pray for your enemies, and you bless those that curse you, right? If any man will sue you by the law and take away your coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him too, right? Give him that ask you, and from him that would borrow of you, turn not you away. So if someone want to borrow something from you, don't say to him no. Just do it. We only have this short period of time on the earth. We don't know what is the other person's circumstances. And yes, we find some people that try to trick us into like constantly asking us for something because they know that we are believers, and they will try to take advantage of us. But you know what? It's between them and Yah. Ye have heard that it has been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. You see, here's another thing again. But I say unto you, love your neighbors, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans do the same? And if you salute your brethren only, what do you more than others? Do not even the publicans do so? Right. Be therefore perfect, as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. There you go, my brothers and sisters. That is the teaching. If we can live by that, that's when we will be able to inherit the earth. That's meekness, and that's the kind of heart that our Messiah wanted us to live by. And if we can, then good things will come to us in our lives.